Yes, guys, welcome back to the channel. I want to say real quick before we get into anything, thank you guys for all the support. I'm sure you guys are probably looking at this channel saying, what is bro about to yap about today? Guys, you know what I'm going to talk about? Manchester United. We're going to talk about Man United today because I definitely have some thoughts about this game. Thank you guys for all the love, man. The two Champions League videos combined did like over 100,000 views this week, which is crazy. We got over, I think on this channel, 50,000 subs. You guys know I don't really care about any of that, but look, for me, just like it's a metric that you guys are enjoying the videos over here. So thank you guys, man. I'm glad you guys do. I just enjoy making the videos over on this channel. I really do. I've been watching so much football this year. It's really, I mean, I watch football every year, but this year I've been watching way too much. Like I think I have an addiction that's building. It's bad. I'm watching Europa League. I'm watching all these. I don't watch Europa League. I usually watch Champions League. I watch some of the Barca, the Real Madrid, the top teams in the world. But this year I've been watching pretty much anything and everything. And we're going to be talking about this match today. Manchester United full-time 1-1. This game potentially could have been 0-0 if we just objectively look at the game. Xerxes scores a goal on a pass over from the wing from Garnacho. To be honest, the keeper was so poor. I don't really know how it went in because it was down the middle. But you know what? This is going to be an important goal for Xerxes because boy, oh boy, does Xerxes and Højlund need to build some confidence. My biggest issue with Manchester United is I just don't rate any of the three in the attack. I'm sorry. I'm not a Garnacho fan. What I've seen from Garnacho this season, I know it's not helping that he's playing on a team that, let's be honest with you, struggles to keep the ball, struggles to build, meaningful attacks. But even today, I see Garnacho get the ball 2-3 times in situations where he can put it on net, side netting, miss it wide. It's just I'm getting tired of him. Personally, I don't know about these three in the front three for United, but look, the season is what the season is. Okay, you brought in Højlund, you brought in Xerxes in the last year or two, and you brought in what you expecting to be better than what they've been. They've not been good enough, and now you kind of stuck with it because you took a chance and a gamble. So now it's up to United to develop and hopefully give these players confidence. We've seen their confidence be very low, especially in the recent few weeks. So I think getting Xerxes as a goal today is massive. The whole system that Amorim is playing, I don't really know. I don't even know with United. I talk about United a lot on this channel. We covered United a ton on this channel during Ten Hag. I can't say I'm seeing any real different vision out there. I mean, tactically here and there, yes, but at the end of the day, this is kind of what United has been the last couple of years. You don't really know what you're going to get with them. And I'm going to be honest with you today. I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed because you guys can come to me and say, hey, why are you impressed? They just drew Sociedad, who has 12 losses in La Liga. Guys, Sociedad, for me, always a tough game. Real Madrid fans will tell you the other week, they hardly got past them. They had a 1-0 against them. So for me, Sociedad could be having one of the worst seasons ever. I'll always treat them as a respectable club, just from the fundamentals of the way they play. To be fair, though, watching this game today, it's a massive result for United. I think even United fans might be a little disappointed because they worked the goal well. Onana's making amazing saves today. Guys, Onana was amazing today. He's doing great. He's keeping them in the match late. And, they concede a corner penalty. And look, handball, not a handball. For me, guys, just as a viewer of football, I fucking hate these penalties because I understand it's a handball, but I'm such a believer, and I'm not. Look, I know the rule book experts are going to put in the comments, well, man, it's a handball because of this and that. I'm just saying I don't personally love the penalty decisions where the moment that's being outlined is not really impacting a goal scenario. Like, for example, let's say Kubo is shooting the ball and it's literally going in the trajectory of the net. And, instead of somebody blocking with their head, they stick their hand out, right? Obviously, for me, that's a handball, red card, whatever. But these kind of decisions, they're tough. They're really tough because, yes, by the rules, it's a handball. But when you think about it, was this really... That's all I need to say. It is what it is. It's a penalty, right? It was given, and they convert, and that's really it. Onana made a huge save at the end. Sociedad also missed a massive chance at one point at the end. So, if you're a United fan, you're looking at this game today, though, objectively, and just saying, okay, this is not bad. Because I think, me included, I was expecting Sociedad to win by a goal or two today. United walk out of this 1-1. They go back home. I don't know if that's always good for United because I do feel like this United team just gets the jitters at home. I feel like we don't always see the best United performances when they do go play at home. We've seen some really good away games from them this season. But to be fair, guys, for what this team is this year, with all jokes aside about them being relegated, which I have told you guys, they're not getting relegated, all right? It's not a bad result, okay? At the end of the day, with how the season has gone, you guys are the only team left in any of these competitions that has not lost one game in Europe this season, outside of the domestic league. You have not lost, right? They still have not lost. They had, I believe, 5 wins and 3 draws in the table, and they secured themselves a bye in the first round, waiting for the round of 32 matchup. Now they're playing Sociedad, and they're gonna go home with a chance to advance. Now, my issue with United is that I actually was impressed with Euro. I was impressed with De Ligt today. I was impressed with Onana. I thought Casemiro didn't have a shocker today. Bruno's really the workhorse of this team. Dallo confuses me a lot. I said what I said about the front three. But it wasn't the worst defensive performance. We've seen way worse weeks with this, and I thought it was a good stepping stone for them, where if they can just find a way to get this attack going, get something out of this attack, because, I'm just looking at the game today. I don't know what the stats are saying. We always kind of review the stats and speak about it. Yeah, there's not much there, right? There's not much there. And again, the goal they scored, for me, let me see if what are they saying this was, the goal? 0.111, 0.1 XG. Like, it was probably a little lucky, but this is why I always say, look, if you're an attacker, test the keeper. Test the keeper, man. Just put it on target. We see so many of these footballers trying to get the perfect top 90 shot. They sky it out the third row of the stand, and you never know. Just put it on target. Always make the keeper make the save. You could say it's lucky. You could say the Sociedad goal came out of nowhere. For me, this one probably fair is 0-0. We look at it, though. Guys, I'm impressed with United today. I think it's a massive result. If you're a Manchester United fan, you will feel a little annoyed that you're not going to go home with a 1-goal advantage, because you well could have. And look, this is everything for the season now, okay? United has nowhere to go in the Prem. They have nothing to prove. It's been a shambles of a season. But you look at the last 2 games, 4 points out of the last 2. They're going away to Arsenal, I believe, in the next match this weekend. And they will play, no, they're hosting Arsenal. Oh, boy. At Old Trafford. Wow. They're having Arsenal at Old Trafford. Arsenal's coming off a 7-1 win, which, does concern me a little bit. But this will be very telling. I mean, look, for me, I would actually be telling you this. I would give United a fighter's chance in the Europa League if Amad Diallo was playing. I think they are more than capable of pulling this off in the second leg. I think if they can be disciplined. Again, Sociedad is a team that scored 7 goals over 2 legs against their previous opponent, and United have held them to 1 today, which I thought was a lucky one. Now they're going to go back home. I just didn't see too much that was super convincing from Sociedad. Yes, Kubo's a baller. Yes, Mendes is a baller. Yes, Oyarzabal. They're all ballers, but I didn't see anything that was like, okay, wow, they're so much better. I mean, we saw some really good moments today from De Ligt, where this guy was putting his body on the line, slide tackle, leg extended, great defensive plays. So for me, this game, if I'm a Manchester United fan, I'm happy with this game today. I'm very happy with this game. What I am not happy about is that I'm going to be seeing Lyon potentially in the next round, and Lyon is a squad that just took PSG to the wire, and PSG this season, for what I've seen in the last few games, from what I just saw in the Liverpool Champions League game, that is a scary team. So any team that is playing it close with PSG has my respect, because they are playing some top-tier football. So I'm not super optimistic in the next round, but I'll tell you this, United getting to the Europa League round of 8, with how this season has gone for them, right? Because you're going to look at the peak of what I've been saying they can get in the Premier League. The peak of what we're going to see, looking at the upcoming schedule, is probably going to be 12th or 11th place. It probably is going to be somewhere between there and 16th, right? They're going to play Arsenal, then they're going to play Sociedad, then they're getting into I almost call that Leicester game a trap game, because Leicester is at home. They know how poor United have been this season, and United, for them, that's almost feeling the pressure of a must-win game. When they go into this Arsenal game, when they go into this City game, the Forest game, they have nothing to lose in those games. They have house money, and that's why we see this season, there are moments with United, and they've probably been previously, but you look at even the FA Cup, you look at them drawing Liverpool. For the season they've had, you look at some of the games where, United are playing teams that are way above them in the table, and they will play above, because there is something to be said in football that when you are playing a team way better and no one expects you to win, the pressure is off. So for me, they can steal some of these games, but you look at the remaining schedule for United, guys. Look, I'm telling you right now, the Premier League, look away. It's treacherous there. Don't even look. Look at the rest of the schedule these guys have. It's not going to be pretty where you finish, but you've got everything to play for in the Europa League. And guys, this gives me vibes to last season. Can you imagine if these guys go out and win in Europe? That would be crazy for how poor this attack is. Is it doable? You look at everyone who's still, they had some really good results in Europe. Now, understanding that was when Diallo was there, and I think they had a draw away at Porto. They had another really good result away. The worry that I have is that we look at the top part of this bracket. I worry about Roma. I worry about Athletic Bilbao. Bilbao is sensational this season, so I worry that if they were to pull off like some Cinderella story here, get past a Spanish club that's very solid, respectable, Lyon, who's very respectable, and then they're gonna have to face almost final boss before then they play whoever gets out of the other side. So I don't know what's gonna happen. But look, this is the only team left in the Champions League and the Europa League that has not lost one game this year. I don't know how it's possible that it's Manchester United, but it is Manchester United. So, guys, for me, incredible result today if I'm a United fan. It keeps you alive. It keeps the hope. And you know what? You're still playing knockout ball. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. So, congratulations, United fans. Today is about as good as it's going to get. The key to this season, specifically in Europe for United, is can they find something in the attack, right, that isn't Diallo, because Diallo had this whole team on his back. Bruno is not going to be Bruno. The role that Bruno is being asked to play in this team, the best he's going to be able to give you is a crazy long shot. It's not one of those where this guy, you can feed him in the attack and he's just going to start cooking. So someone needs to really step it up in the attack. Creatively, we look at the bench and the players available. I don't really know who that is. So this team, I don't see them winning this whole thing this year, but let me tell you something. For the season these guys have had, if they can go back Old Trafford and advance after this round, bravo to them. This team, you look at this team and what this team is in the current state. Defensively, it looks like they're figuring it out, which you need to take that positive. It's a positive, but I don't know. The rest of the team, I'm not a fan of. So let's see how far they can go. And United fans, let me know what you guys are thinking, bro. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Peace.